One Chinese engineer just got tired of looking for a soulmate and decided to marry a robot that he created for himself. Zhang Jiajia, 31, is a specialist in artificial intelligence, and at the end of last year, according to the Chinese press, he created a future wife for himself. He called his creation Yingjing. The strange robot is able to recognize Chinese characters and images and even pronounce a few simple words. But the creator of the robot plans to improve his skills so that Yingjing can walk and do chores around the house. Recently, the couple got married. There was a simple ceremony in which the robot was decorated with a traditional red scarf covering its head. Zing's mom and his friends came to the wedding and told local news services that Zing decided to create a wife for himself after he was very disappointed in the search for his soulmate. Until 2014, he worked for Huawei, and now he is an employee of Dreamtown in Hangzhou, the capital of Zhejiang province. Despite the fact that this union is very strange, experts have repeatedly warned that alliances between humans and robots will become commonplace in the near future. Moreover, according to London-based Dr. David Levy, an intimate relationship will become much more pleasant for people thanks to constant progress in the field of artificial intelligence. He even wrote a book on the subject. Gladly said that in the future, robots will become much more attractive than humans, but this will not happen until 2050. Jia is a humanoid robot that is not only terrifyingly similar to a real person, but also a fairly intelligent machine. The robot already has its own army of fans who call Jia a robot goddess, and those who met her at the exhibition of robots and artificial intelligence were amazed at the striking similarity of the robot to a real person. It took 3 years to create the robot. As a result, Jia can talk, express micro-emotions, and move his lips and body. In addition, the robot perfectly imitates the human gaze and speech, which is pronounced synchronously with the movement of the lips. The robot is programmed in such a way that it is able to distinguish between the faces of people and machines. Jia was provided with autonomous navigation and functions based on cloud technology. Are you tired of being alone and disappointed in women? Do you think that your soulmate simply does not exist in the world? It doesn't matter. Japanese engineers have created a unique robotic wife especially for you. Gatebox is a one-of-a-kind, fully autonomous virtual home robot. In fact, this is a full-fledged simulator of an electronic wife, which is intended primarily for single men. As you know, the modern culture of Japan is largely focused on creating the image of an ideal woman. Therefore, without any doubt, this product will develop very quickly into a full-fledged industry. Waifu combines the functions of an assistant and a diary. With the help of a network connection, she can communicate with the owner through his electronic devices, while the buyer is invited to choose one of the many personalities with a wide range of settings, so that in the future, the wife can literally be customized for herself. Alas, a digital woman will not be able to get out of her plastic captivity, so it remains to be hoped that a healthy sexual instinct will at least briefly delay the widespread onset of the era of cohabitation with robotic women. The sex industry, which has an annual turnover of over $30 billion in the United States alone, will soon present the loudest novelty. A companion robot that can keep up a conversation, learn, and never say no. Such a car costs about $15,000. At Abyss Creations, a company that manufactures them in San Marcos, California, a life-size android is attached by hinges to a stand, like a doll in a store. Her name is Harmony. She is wearing a white leotard, Her breasts are sharply protruding forward, and thin fingers with a French manicure lightly touch her slender hip. Harmony is a cyber version of a hyper-realistic silicone sex toy, which the company will soon release for wide sale. The room in which Harmony was assembled is laid with lacquered pine boards and covered with numerous wires and circuit boards. In the corner, there is a 3D printer that buzzes, spitting out small, intricate details that will be embedded in the skull of a sex robot with a permanent virtual circuit. Her brown eyes pierce me with their gaze. Harmony can smile, wink, and frown. She can support almost any conversation, joke, and even quote Shakespeare. Its creator, Matt McMullen, told me that an android can remember what your favorite dishes are, when your birthday is, and what your brothers and sisters' names are. She can talk about music, movies, and books. And, of course, Harmony will have sex with you any way you want. Harmony is the culmination of the production of sex dolls, which began 20 years ago, and 5 years of research in the field of robotics. McMullen's customers wanted something as human-like as possible, and he created his own unique product. At first, his team made silicone dolls that looked as much like real women as possible. Then they decided that this was not enough and gave them a personality, and in fact, breathed life into them. The company plans to release 1,000 copies to meet the demand of the most demanding customers. Harmony has implemented a voice and face recognition system, a motion sensor, and animation engineering. All this was done so that the hyper-realistic doll could greet its owner with a smile when he comes home, entertain him with lively conversations, and never refuse sex. This sex machine has something that no robot has. Harmony is able to learn the desires of the client. These robots can occupy an empty niche in the sex entertainment industry. With such abilities, Harmony looks more like an imitation of a partner than an ordinary sex toy. This doll is a combination of all the classic male ideas about the ideal woman: extremely obedient, pleasing, and with the body of a porn star. The only thing she can't do is move around on her own. But at this stage, according to its creator, this function is not worth the money invested. When computer engineers manage to create artificial intelligence so complex as to make the relationship between a human and a robot a reality, first of all, they thought that their development would serve for the benefit of humanity.
Thanks for watching. Put likes and subscribe to the channel.